Happy 2024, amigos. I like to welcome you to the Snyder and Friends podcast. 2023 kept me pretty busy, so I fell off the bandwagon with getting this out there consistently. One of my resolutions for this coming year is to do this a couple times a month to create an awareness for small business and fun topics, not only here to the Midwest, but whatever we want to talk about. And my first guest for 2024 is Lisa Kinney from Kinney Mini Farms. Her and her uncle, Joe, are taking this bull by the horns and getting it to market. Right now you can find a really special product. It's a microgreen pesto that Lisa came up with. And you can find that on the shelves in Kowalski. If you're lucky, you're going to run into Joe, maybe Lisa, sampling it. They've got huge smiley faces, so make sure you go say hi to them and taste this wonderful product. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this interview. This episode is brought to you by Survival Seeds. It's Survival Essentials. You can... It's just a great variety pack of different heirloom seeds that you can put away and freeze. You can plant them. My family has been using these seeds for many, many years, and I actually pulled some out of the freezer that I had forgotten about that were about 5-6 years old and planted them last spring, and they popped right up, and it was fantastic. So anyway, Survival Essentials, check them out. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Who's that guy?
This is my Uncle Joe.
Good morning, Chris and Lisa.
Thank you for breakfast.
You're welcome.
That was really delicious. What did we eat just now?
Are you still doing okay? We don't need to call the ambulance or anything?
No, I'm thinking about seconds.
Yeah, for sure. So egg bake with all kinds of veggies.
Nice.
With spinach and mushrooms and onions and all the good stuff. And of course, bacon cooked with the secret recipe.
In bacon grease.
Yeah, right, for sure.
I did my bacon in beef tallow one time, and it came out really good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It doesn't really sound that awesome.
It does, though.
But I'm sure it's probably good.
If you've ever cooked with beef tallow,
It's been a while.
it's a game changer. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit goes a long ways. You don't need a lot at all. But it's very good. Mm-hmm. Potatoes and beef tallow are crispy.
Now we're talking.
But let's talk about microgreens.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your business.
Okay. Well, what do you want to know?
Well, I want to know everything. I got the website, KinneyMiniFarms.com, pulled up. And I've actually never even thought about a microgreen, probably because they grow up so fast.
Yeah. Well, nobody really knows what they are either. So
what are they?
what are they is the question, yeah.
How about an answer?
They are all vegetable plants. So you can grow broccoli, kale, arugula, like any vegetable you want, but you're harvesting them right after they start growing their first couple leaves. So I explain it as it's kind of like a sprout. They're just grown a little longer and a little differently. But they're packed with more nutrients, more goodness, more flavor than anything.
So they grow fast.
They grow really fast, yeah. It takes about 10 to 14 days to grow a tray of microgreens.
Yeah, and most people, like myself, I plant a seed in the ground and I want it to get big so it starts fruiting and I never would have thought of harvesting a green early.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of a new concept for everybody, but microgreens really didn't come out until the 1980s. You would see it only in restaurants. Big top chefs would be putting it on their beautiful dishes, but now, because there's been some studies into it, they've researched the nutritional benefits of them, and they all have different unique properties to them. So if you're going through something like a cold or the flu or something, you just take a handful of broccoli and you'll get all of the nutritional benefits you need just in that one handful for the day, which is kind of a game changer for a mom too, when you have little kids and they're not eating their veggies.
So you can hide the vitamins in the cheese.
Yes. Oh, you can hide it in anything.
So you had mentioned growing these indoors. So what goes into that? I mean, they're just a bunch of small plants. Wouldn't you need a whole bedroom to do that, or a whole house?
You most certainly can. So it's called controlled environment agriculture, CEA. It's a term that a lot of people should get familiar with. It's so you have a controlled environment indoors, and you can literally grow year round, which is important, especially with our environment that we live in, where our seasons are constantly changing, and we grow tomatoes during this month to this month. We have potatoes through this month to this month, but if we can have them fresh all year round, it'd be great. And microgreens definitely fall into that. If you grow them outside, you definitely need wind protection. Rodents will grab everything and eat it all. So it's protected. It's good. It's more sustainable is what I was looking for.
More sustainable, and probably a much smaller carbon footprint, being that a lot of these microgreens, these plants don't have to be shipped from halfway across the world or the country. And
the beauty of it as well, growing indoors, is that we're not using pesticides. And Lisa is also growing with a hemp mat, so we don't have any soils or soil contamination that's being introduced to the product. So we've got really great product to start as a base for our pesto.
Yeah, and it's controlled.
Yes.
And by the way, we're going to get to this pesto. I love it.
Yeah.
I had it on a raspberry. I've never had pesto on a raspberry or a blackberry. I'd try it on a banana. Might as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Chicken, salmon.
Maybe even a sage leaf, perhaps.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah, probably not.
We'll get to that. No, I love the idea of it. So in essence, like say, I like to eat a salad a day. And sometimes that's hard to do. Either, my salad's wilted or whatever.
Right.
So let's say a typical serving of salad versus how big of a serving of microgreens to where that kind of weighs out as far as nutrients goes.
Ooh.
Do you know that?
I don't know the exact numbers to that. But take broccoli is probably your best bet. And 1 little ounce of broccoli, microgreens, compared to 1 head of broccoli. There's a university somewhere who did a study comparing the two, had over 40 to 60 times more the nutritional benefits in just that 1 ounce of broccoli compared to
microgreens. Of
microgreens, yes, compared to the big head of broccoli.
Oh, wow.
So that just kind of gives you an idea of what these things can provide for you. So, and the benefits of eating just that 1 ounce a day is mind blowing. So,
no, that's cool. So you basically have to harvest these things early.
Yes.
So what happens if you let them go? Can you still eat the whole plant?
They'll grow to be the full adult version for sure. They're going to start getting bitter.
Okay.
Not taste so good. So when they get to that stage, like the 14-day stage, if they start growing anymore, they've gathered all of the nutritional benefits that they need to grow up and make the adult version. So that's why we're harvesting them at such an early age.
Okay. Yeah. Because they don't grow any more nutrients after that stage.
Right. They're going to start searching for it. They're like, okay, I need more nutrients. Where do I get it? And that's why people are like, well, I'm just going to let it grow and be the adult version. I was like, yeah, good luck. Unless you're having a garden and you're planting it outdoors. And you'll notice with microgreens, they're compact. They're all put together in a very tiny, space. And you have 1,000 little seedlings growing in one little area. Well, you can't grow an adult version like that.
Right.
It's completely different. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
You like to cook with it.
I think the microgreens are an untapped resource in the culinary industry. Number one is most people don't know about them. And number two is that they are so packed with nutrition that you are producing a product, talking about your dish, that is super packed with nutrition. that you don't normally get that unless you put a microgreen in there. So I'm experimenting with them as I cook and develop new recipes, and we feel good about what we're doing with them. And we'll talk about the pesto here in a little bit, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this, Lisa?
I've been growing microgreens for 6 years now, selling them at farmers markets mainly, a couple grocery stores here and there. And the pesto, like we're going to talk about soon, we've been doing for almost 2 years now. So it's always growing.
Well, let's talk about how you developed the recipe for the pesto.
Yeah, so as a woman-ran business, I did everything on my own, and it's a lot of work starting a business and getting it going. Sometimes I would have some leftover microgreens from the farmers markets. I didn't know what to do with them. I couldn't eat them fast enough myself, or my kids just didn't want to eat them, or they weren't their favorite ones. So I just started making product with them. And my kids like pesto, so I made a pesto with it. I even made hummus. I was in my kitchen just having fun one day, and I asked one of the market managers, I was like, hey, I'd like to try this out, see what kind of response I get. And it just kind of started growing from there. On top of that, a lot of the stuff that I did at the farmer's market was just educating people what microgreens are. Because the number one question I always got was, what are microgreens? I was like, well, they're, and then I'd tell them what they are, and they'd look at the greens and they didn't know what to do with them. So they're like, I'm just not today. I'll go do my research. And so we're bringing microgreens to the next level by creating product with the microgreens in there, making that product very nutritionally dense and good for you, with clean ingredients, with good microgreens, and we locally source a lot of our stuff too. So
this pesto you make, it's a microgreen pesto, Kinney Mini Farms. Right now you can find it in Kowalski's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, you get to see Joe out there.
For sure. You'll find it at the Kowalski's in the fresh pasta coolers.
Okay.
So it's a fresh product. It does not have any preservatives in it. Excuse me. So it needs to be refrigerated.
Okay.
So go find the fresh pasta cooler. You'll find Kinney Mini Farms microgreen pesto.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime I hear about it's a recipe party, I want to be part of it.
Okay.
So is it possible then it is possible, but do you help coach people, say, on how to get them started if they want to grow their own microgreens?
Oh, yes.
Do you do any workshops or anything like that?
I was going to, but then COVID hit. I had a whole bunch of them organized, and then I got busy with the pesto and never returned back to that. But I would like to. I would like to start organizing more stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there, you want something happening, learn more about microgreens, just give me a call. We'll make it happen. Yeah,
and what's the website?
Kinney Mini. So it's www.kinney. It's like skinny, but with a K. So KINNEY Mini MINI Farms FARMS.com.
Awesome. So I imagine someone could get some type of little kit and set it up next to their kitchen or wherever they might have space or natural light.
We have a grow kit too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds fun, and it sounds like something that'd be kind of cool to do. For parents to do with their kids.
For sure.
I know a lot of, I don't know. I know where food comes from growing up in Alaska, but I do know a lot of people might not even give it any consideration, where the food comes from.
There's a lot of kids that can walk into a grocery store and not know what a tomato plant or cucumber plant looks like. So I think growing food or learning how to grow your own food is really important. So I definitely have a big passion for that. Hence why we kind of created the grow kits. But
And the grow kits are available on the website?
They are available, yeah. Yeah, they are. We actually have a couple options for grow kits. If you're just looking to have fun with the kids, we have one little tiny 5x5 tray. Fits perfectly in a windowsill. I get a lot of questions like, do you need grow lights? Well, if you're growing them on an industrial level like I am, you'll need lights. They just grow faster. But with a nice window like that over there, you don't need good morning light or evening light. It's perfect.
Awesome. I want to get that going in my kitchen.
You should.
I don't know I don't have a lot of sunlight, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I have a window. Yeah, I want a kit. I'm going to buy a kit.
All right.
I'm going to buy a kit and do this. So when you're growing these microgreens and you're, I guess, harvesting them with like some little shears, right?
Yeah.
You just give them haircuts.
Cutting the hair, yeah.
Kinda?
Cutting the grass.
So once you have that, like how long will those last? Do you have like 3 days you have to eat them? Can you freeze them? Can you dry them?
Don't freeze them.
Okay.
They're going to lose all the nutritional benefits if you do. So,
okay.
yeah, defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
But no, you definitely you put them in the refrigerator if you know you're not going to eat them all right away.
Okay.
But keep the roots on them. And just give them a good water. If you need to leave for a couple days or something like that, you'll come back and they'll be good and fresh.
Oh, don't pull them out of the soil, is what you're saying? You just cut them and let the roots... Is that what you mean?
Well, let's talk about that, because these are grown in a hemp mat.
Okay.
So there's no soils involved.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, you're able to actually just pull them right out. And so you're eating the whole plant. You're getting the roots, you're getting the stems, you're getting the tops. So you're getting all the nutrition that's in that plant. And that's the beauty of using the hemp mat, as opposed to having soils where you would have to cut them and wash them then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm learning all kinds of things.
That's what we're here for.
Well, that's cool.
Education. There it goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I won't freeze microgreens.
No, don't.
Don't do that. Do you ever dehydrate anything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had a friend who has a freeze dryer. And there's a difference between freeze drying and dehydrating.
Or freezing?
Well, I know. That sounds fun. You caught me. I don't know the science behind freeze drying though. Yeah. But they have said that it actually locks in the nutrients a lot more than dehydrating it. Because the dehydrating, you need a little heat and that actually kills.
Oh.
So I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So I had a friend who freeze dried some microgreens for me. And we have plans on new product for that.
Cool.
So
Well, don't spill the beans before the beanstalk's growing.
we're playing around with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm on your site now, KinneyMiniFarms.com. I see the grow kit, the microgreen pesto, and then like refills. Is that to like seeds?
Yeah, for the grow kit.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you're going to want to start fresh every time you grow your own.
So how long do they take to grow? Like, let's say, okay, I get home, I open up my kit, and I follow the instructions. Like, do they start growing like in a week or?
It takes 14 days, up to 14 days to grow from start to finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start to when they're ready to harvest.
Yeah. Yep. So the first 3 days are grown in they call it the blackout phase. And you put your little tray in that little box that you get. And then you'll start to see, I mean, it's really fun. Just open it up and look every day. It's a huge learning process for anybody.
I'm looking at your recipes right now. Ooh. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Sunflower guacamole. So are there specific plants that you prefer to microgreen with? Or is it kind of anything?
It depends on what I'm cooking, honestly. Like radishes go really good on tacos. Let's see, the microgreen arugula goes really good on any sandwiches. The microgreen mustard is fantastic on eggs in the morning. You can put them on burgers. Let's let's see. What are some of your favorites, Joe? The pea shoots. Pea shoots are huge. They're always. Sorry, talk with me.
You're good.
They're a little longer. They have good protein source to them, but they're sweet. And I tell any kid that comes up to my table, they don't want to touch any of the greens. And I say, my kids tell me this tastes like candy. Can you just smell it for me? See if it smells sweet. And once you get that close to their nose, they smell it and then they want to taste it. No, and then they naturally just they smell it and then taste it. And they're like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
You got them to eat something green? Like what? I was like, so does it taste like candy? And they're like, yeah, it kind of does. I was like, there you go. So then the pea shoots, are always the first to go. So
My parents got me to eat broccoli as a kid by, I don't know if I discovered this, or if they just set me on the path, but I would pretend like there was an animal in the tree. I was a dinosaur. Mm-hmm. And so I would be like, there's a monkey in this tree, and I'd eat it. And I to this day devour broccoli. I don't pretend anymore, but
everybody loves broccoli.
Yeah.
We're starting to figure you out now, aren't we?
Broccoli and blue cheese.
And monkeys.
Play, monkey, play. Well, this is exciting. So people can find you on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. Are they just going to search out Kinney Mini Farms?
Yep. Kinney Mini Farms.
I like how it just flows off the Kinney Mini Farms.
That's a hard one to It's fun.
Uncle Joe here is going to write the lyrics to the jingle that we're going to do.
We could just make it up right now.
We could just make it up on the spot. Yeah, well, I need my guitar. Yeah. Well, don't do that.
That's not a guitar.
I would be really curious to explore how to cook with these, because I do enjoy cooking. So,
well, what's your favorite thing to eat?
Maybe Uncle Joe can give us a lesson sometime. Yeah. I love smoking meat, so I'm really big into slow cooking.
Okay.
And then I don't smoke it the whole time. I end up wrapping it, but then internal temp is important, like smoking briskets and pulled pork, fish.
That's a good one.
Anything, cheese, bacon.
So there's a lot of ways we're going to use microgreens, and especially the pesto. Mm-hmm. And so when we cook some fish, you're going to want some salmon.
Yeah.
Some good stuff from Alaska.
Oh,
would be super awesome. But side dishes for what your smoked meats, I mean, we can make some incredible side dishes that feature not only the pesto, but microgreens as well. So
yeah, fish sounds great.
It's going to be a feast.
Chicken.
All that.
I'm not picky.
We saw that when he ate breakfast this morning. So
Well, well, here's the introduction to Kinney Mini Farms. And thanks, Lisa, for the rundown. Yeah. Can't wait to follow you on your journey.
It is an amazing journey, honestly. And, getting the support, seeing the support from all the people have been mind-blowing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and anybody listening, go find Kinney Mini Farms on Facebook and like and share. And if you're not on Facebook, you can find her on some of the other venues. Go to the website, check her out, or go see Joe in Kowalski's.
Well, and in the website, you can find the stores that we're in, and that will constantly be updated as we're growing. We are a young company that is getting out here, getting started, so we appreciate everybody's support. So go to our website, you'll see updated recipes, you'll see where we're at, we'll be putting our sampling dates on there, that type of thing. So communication is the key, and we're anxious for 2024 to get out here and bring our product to the masses. So would love to see you and give you a sample.
Awesome. Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.